when you see there is an opportunity, you can actually do something big for humanity. You have to respect that opportunity. You have to attack it. Hi, I'm Behshad Behzadi. I work at Google since 17 years ago. I have been working in Google Search, Google Lens, Google Assistant, and for the past year and a half, I'm leading the conversational AI and generative AI at Google Cloud. I liked mathematics from early on when I was very young, so I was always expecting to work in the fields of maths or computer science. I did my PhD in computer science and was doing research until I joined Google. Quite happy and excited because of the impact which I could have with the works which I do still on the technological parts and algorithm design, but really impacting billions of people. We are all using technology to save time, to do things easier. Technology is changing our lives. For example, it can save and can help detection of, let's say, breast cancer a year earlier than the human doctor. So this means that you are helping to save lives. That is being bold. So we're working on generative AI. These days it's a hot topic. So we're trying to make the enterprises to be able to apply the generative AI algorithm which Google is building. We have been very active at Google in developments of AI for many years. In fact, all of the generative AI and large language models started by the work called transformers. Attention is all you need. So the T that you might see in the name of some of the acronyms is actually the work of a group of Googlers. However, these large language models are pretty powerful and it needs to be treated in a very responsible way. Therefore, we have been taking our time to really study all the risks which comes with these powerful tools. For example, with all of the new generative AI types of progress, you can create content much easier. You can automatically generate articles, you can automatically generate pictures and videos. And really understanding what is automatically generated versus a human curated, what is a real news versus generated news is kind of a very big topic that we are really working on in terms of watermarking the content. Also, when you work as an industry and you want to bring AI in the heart of your industry, you should know all the risks in the sense of what happens with the data, making sure that the right data is stored in the right places, not being used in training of the bigger models and so on. So there is a lot which goes around the data aspect to be thoughtful of. However, you really want to make sure that you prevent the misuse of AI and the always have to have the right balance between bold and responsibility. AI is going to, really across all of the industries impacting lives. One of my favorite examples is AlphaFold. This is the work where we did in predicting protein structures. Every existing proteins in the world, 200 million proteins, have been predicted to what secondary structure they will have is being predicted by AlphaFold. It means that, biologists have been saving 400 million years. And this is helping a lot in making the drug discovery to become faster. So really mining all those opportunities which you can have with AI and making it available to industry, healthcare, the places that are progressing the sciences and so on is a thing which really makes me very, very motivated. So you want to get the benefit out of what AI is doing, really, making it possible because AI can save lives, can save lots of costs, can actually, transform what humans in many, many different fields are doing. So quite often we need to make decisions without we know the outcome. This is mostly because the types of work that we're doing is try to build something for the future. So we have to make and predict whether something works or not. We have to just use our feelings, our intuition, and go big, make big bets. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, but generally being bold helps us in achieving those goals faster and sooner. Being bold in business means to respect the opportunity.